everyone. I wanted to do my video today on my 5 top things, and I know that I've looked at some of the other tags and it's supposed to be 10, but do you know what, I honestly struggled in minimising my stuff to 5 because I have so much stuff. So I'm just going to do my 5 for you today. I've got my 5 weirdest, my 5 coolest and my 5 most meaningful, and I think this is a fantastic tag to do, so thank you to the hundreds of them that I've watched that have given me the inspiration to do this. So I'll just crack on with them. I'll start with my most meaningful first because I just think that there's a couple that might get me a bit choked because they do really mean that much to me. So I'm going to start you off with my obvious ones, which is my engagement and my wedding ring, which you can't really pick out very well on this. My engagement ring, I thought, I can't really focus you in, it's really annoying. Well, there they are together. The engagement ring was designed by Steve. It's got 2 hearts and 1 soul engraved on the inside. And then obviously my wedding ring means so much to me. Steve's the most important thing in the world to me, and I'm just so happy. On the same kind of theme as Steve, my next thing is my Dodo from Mauritius. And it's the one thing that we have from Mauritius that reminds us of our honeymoon. So I love him. Dodo is the kind of icon of Mauritius, if you like. It's the Mauritian bird. It's where the last remains of the dodo were found. I have my Pandora's Box bracelet, which was a present from my mum and dad for my wedding day. And as you can see, hopefully, let me spin you round. Oh, it's way out. I'm trying to do this blind. It's really weird. Let me spin you. There we go. So you can see there's a little bride on it, and it's in burgundy and ivory, which were the colours for my wedding. So that was a present from my mum and dad, and I love that. So that means a lot to me. It was the last thing they bought me before I was a married woman. Quite lovely. My next thing is this little gecko, and we got him when we lost our gecko. We had a leopard gecko called Kinjin, and unfortunately he passed away in January. He had a bacterial infection that the vet couldn't fix, and he died. He was only 3, I think, and they're supposed to live to about 25, so we were a bit gutted. So this is our gecko, to remind us of him. And the other 2 things are from my wedding. I've kind of sneaked in an extra one. This is the tiara I wore for my wedding day, and that obviously means a lot to me because it's such a lovely keepsake from the day. We have so many memories, but it is lovely just to keep something little from the day. And my most meaningful thing is this ring, and this ring used to belong to my nana, who was my best friend, and I miss her terribly. And this was sewn into my something new handkerchief, which was stitched next to my heart inside my wedding dress. So my nana was there with me on my wedding day, because I was gutted that she wasn't. So that ring means a lot to me because it's, in the nicest way, all I've got left of my nana. So yes. Now moving on to cool things. I'm just going to focus you on this bit of carpet because focusing it on myself is not working because I can't show you everything. So my first cool thing is this clock, and it does, no it doesn't, work, but it's Big Ben, and Big Ben is one of my favourite things about London, and I've loved Big Ben. Every time we go to London we have to go, oh hello, we have to go and visit Big Ben. Let me just put my finger over the light so you can see it a bit better. We have to go to Big Ben, and this is made out of clock pieces, so there's cogs and there's the face of a clock there. It's made out of, there's some springs there as well, some mechanisms, the inside of a clock, which is what I love so much about it. So that is my Big Ben clock. My next cool thing are my shoes. I'm yet to wear these, but I absolutely love them. They're from New Look. They were £20, bargain. The only thing I can't do in them is walk, but I'm sure I'll get used to that at some point. I have to wear them around the house, but they are so cool. They're the most beautiful pair of shoes that I own, and I don't own a lot because I'm actually I'm not very girly girl, so most of my shoes are like pumps and trainers. I don't own a lot of girly shoes, which is why I was so happy with these. I like them. My next cool thing is this 50p in a cork. Now this cork was from the first bottle of champagne from our wedding, there's our wedding anniversary on the bottom there, 16/5/10. And this was given to us from the first bottle of champagne that was opened straight after our wedding, after we'd been pronounced man and wife. And the 50p was placed on top of it, and it was from the hotel, and they said that it was the first piece of money, or the first input towards our life together. So I thought that was really, really cool. So as long as it stays inside the cork, it will always be lucky. So I loved that. I thought that was really sweet of them. And the next thing on my cool things is my model of Stonehenge. So Stonehenge is, for me, the most impressive thing about Britain. And I love Britain. I love my home country. I think it's incredible. The history is amazing. So every time we go past Stonehenge, I take a photo of it. So I think Steve got a bit annoyed of having just so many pictures of Stonehenge, so he bought me my own little miniature one, which I think is cool. So I mean, it literally is very, very tiny, and there's like numbers on the boards as well, and there's numbers on the bottom of the pieces, and you just slip them together and you make your own little Stonehenge. So I love those. And now we're going to move on to the weird things, and I am going to try and spin you around to look at me for this, because some of them they're a bit bizarre. Hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4. That was only 4 of my cool things. I remember now, my other cool thing was my DVD collection, which is over there. There are my DVDs. They're floor-to-ceiling shelves. These 2 piles are also straight from the floor. And then over here behind my ironing board, there's those as well, and they're full of DVDs, and they're double-sided. So that was my other one. That was my other cool thing, was my DVD collection, because there's just, I think between us we only got 600 DVDs, which is quite impressive considering there's only 3 of us that live in. Never a dull moment. So, where am I holding you? There. Okay, so just very, very quickly, because I'm very aware that I'm running out of time now, I'm going to run through my weird things. This first thing isn't so much weird, it's the story that goes with it. It's this necklace that I got from Mauritius. And it started out from this market stall, and they said that when we first got to the market, they said it was 300 rupees, which is about £6. Steve haggled them down to 200 rupees, which they weren't having, so they haggled us down to 100. So he'd missed out on 200 rupees on that, and I thought that was really weird. That he haggled his own price. So it's not so much that this is weird, because this is beautiful, it's the story that goes with it that I find quite amusing and very strange. My next weird thing is my medal, and it says I survived Nemesis Inferno at Thorpe Park on it, because I'm such a baby when it comes to roller coasters that Steve was so impressed with me that I did a roller coaster that he bought me a medal. And I wore it with pride all day. I wore it all day. So I love that. My next weird thing is a photo album that I bought from a car boot sale. I felt sorry for the guy. He put up a really good sale. He told me I could have it for 50p, that he was saving for his retirement, blah blah blah. So I bought this photo album, and it's from Thailand. I've never been to Thailand, but it's got Thailand written on it, so it's not like I can use it for anything else. Because it's from Thailand. So I thought that was pretty weird that I own a Thailand photo album when I've never been to Thailand. That's a bit strange. My next weird thing is my very small collection of children's books that I had from when I was a child. And I don't know why, because I'm 26, but I still have all of the books that I used to read when I was younger. Like Housekeeper's Lunch, that is an awesome book. I may read it to you one day. Not Now Bernard, fantastic book. Dear Daddy was another brilliant one that I used to read, and The Story of the Little Mole Who Knew It Was None of His Business, which is about a little mole who gets pooed on. The most bizarre book I've ever read, but very cool. And the last thing, let me just check the time, it's going to have to be quick, are my 2 Barbies, who are running from the law because they ran over Ken and killed him.